Hello guys and gals, it is I, the Monster, and today we're going to talk about the top 10 Switch games I think you must have in your Switch collection. Now before we start, I want to basically just let everybody know this is a disclaimer that these are just my opinions, okay? I know there's so many people out there with so many incredible lists, and I've watched a bunch of them and I've seen what people are saying, and I decided that I was going to omit a lot of the popular stuff to show you some of the other things that I think that the Nintendo Switch has that are really great games. Most of the games are going to be like first party, and there's definitely some RPG love in here. So I just want to put this out there before anybody has like a meltdown. So you're not going to get Mario Odyssey, which everyone should really own. You're not going to get like a Zelda. You're not going to get Mario Kart 8. You're not going to get Luigi's Mansion 3, sorry. And you're not going to get, this is the one that hurts me the most, believe it or not, is you're not going to get Super Mario RPG, even though it is a fantastic, fantastic remake. I'm doing this because I really just want to have a different list. This is my opinions, just my takes on the things. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Okay, so at number 10, we're going to talk about Super Mario Bros. Wonder. This game came out about a year ago, not even really, and it's just an incredible game. I think that this is a really good introduction game for anybody, like a kid or anybody who wants to play these old school style Mario 2D games. I think that it's a beautiful game. The worlds are memorable. The characters are charming. There's a lot of different characters to play as. I've talked about this in another video, but there's a badge system in here. They tried a lot of new, interesting ideas in this game, and I really feel like if this is kind of representative of what the future of these 2D Mario titles are, then I think we're in very good hands. And I feel like this game in particular really shined a lot, and I felt like it left its mark. And, you know, again, it's only on the Switch, so I feel like this is a game that people should check out. Excellent game, and really good stuff. Number 9 is a game I just recently reviewed. You could go and watch it if you want to. It's the video before this one, and that is Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. So before I was talking about how it was really difficult to not pick Super Mario RPG for this list, this is a great game. But I was thinking about which one of these RPGs that has Mario in it that would be the more bang for your buck and more beneficial to a must-have for the console. And I would say this is a must-have game, but you could beat this game in a couple of hours, and I do think it's worth checking out, but I think this one is the one that you really got to go with. It pains me to even say that. I can't believe I'm saying that. We have Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. Like I said in my review, it's a remake of the old game on the GameCube. There's at least 30 or 40 hours of content in this game. Memorable zones, party members, characters, music, the badge systems in that game. There's so many ways to fight with the hammers and the jumps and the party abilities, the star abilities. There's so much going on in this game. This is such an iconic Nintendo game, and I did say it in my review. This is one of the best games now on the Switch to have, and just for game preservation purposes, I would say pick this one up and support the cause. And I'll say it too, pick this one up too. I don't want to throw this under the bus yet. So yes, Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door I think is an excellent game, and this remake is an absolute banger, so check this one out. Number 8, we have Kirby and the Forgotten Land. So if you guys know anything about me, or if you're learning something about me, I'm a huge Kirby fan, and this was Kirby's real first foray into the 3D stuff. They've been trying for years and hell to like finally get something right with the Kirby in the 3D zone space, and this game is absolutely incredible, man. This to me is a top 5 Kirby game of all time. I think that everything about this game is really, really, really remarkable. The zones are absolutely beautiful. They're memorable. The music is incredible. There's tons of new power-ups for Kirby to obtain. There's all different ways for them to play with how you platform around and navigate the zones. You have to save Waddle Dee's dudes and help them out, and you rebuild this town. And there's even there's a game mode after where you basically can go and do even more harder stuff. And I'm not kidding when I tell you it's actually challenging, like legitimately hard. There's an article that came out not too long ago that actually they were talking about how they might have made it too hard. It's incredible, but this game is just a fantastic love letter to like the Kirby series as a whole, and it's great for kids and it's great for older folks. So it's that perfect like harmony. I feel like it hits that perfect blend just right, and this is a must-have. It's a beautiful game. I don't know if I said that. This is a good-looking game too. So Kirby and the Forgotten Land, amazing game. Chef's kiss, baby. Okay, number 7 might be a very obvious pick. Some of you might be surprised that it's not in the top 5 here, But number 7 is Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've already gushed about this game in my Chill Summertime Games video, if you want to check that one out. And I just think this is like one of the must-haves of the Nintendo Switch. It is such a chill vibes game. Anybody could pick up and play this game. There's all the different seasons. You own your house from Tom Nook. You're growing crops, you're fishing, you're catching bugs, you're changing your little characters' outfits, you're talking to all of your neighbors and being friends with them. There's always events and things going on. You could go to other islands. This game is just absolutely phenomenal, and it came out at the right time. I'm just going to say that. I think that this is one of those ones, again, that people are going to be talking about this one for a long time. I personally will say one thing that may come off a little negative, but it's not. This is not, to me, the best Animal Crossing, but I think it's one of the best Animal Crossings. I think it's extremely strong, and I think that if you have a Switch, this is a no-brainer to have, just to chill, zone out, and just have a good time and relax. This is the game. Also, one of the single greatest soundtracks in modern video games ever. Just period. The band on this soundtrack, just incredible. The fact that they haven't put this on a digital music service yet or any of that is crazy to me. But yeah, you'll hear that music everywhere. Some of my stuff or anybody else's videos for that matter. Incredible game. Animal Crossing New Horizons. Check it out. Number 6, I knew this list was going to have Pokemon on it in some form. I'm a huge Pokemon head, and I was really kind of fighting which one should I pick. Should I go with Sword or Shield? I have Shield. Or should I go with Violet? I have Pokemon Violet. But I decided at the end of it all, the real winner of it all was Pokemon Legends Arceus. So this was a really interesting title. It was kind of their first attempt at an open world Pokemon game. And I'll be honest with you, for me, it's not the most beautiful game in the world, but for me, that's the charm of it. It reminds me a lot of a GameCube era game. It's got kind of a fakey water tone color style. The game is based off of ancient Japan, kind of old Japan, and they're just figuring out Pokemon and the Pokeball system, and it's really just an interesting game. You could go out in the wild to catch Pokemon. There's a mission system, which is kind of not great. There's legendary Pokemon that you have to mess with, boss battles, and there's a storyline, and then eventually you unlock more ways to traverse the map via different Pokemon, legendaries that you get, and it's just so cool. You can dress your character up too, the modern games. This game, for me, really laid the groundwork for future foundations of what the Pokemon series could be, and I think a lot of people feel the same about that, which is why I'm excited about the next Pokemon Legends they're going to work on. It looks like they're actually getting time to make it. So I think if you're going to pick up any Pokemon game, just cut through all the BS, pick up Pokemon Legends Arceus. I think this is a must-have. And I'm just going to, you know what, I'm just going to say it here. I don't like Gen 4, and this takes place in early Gen 4, and I love this game. So what does that tell you? Must-have, baby. Must-have. Now we get down to the top 5. So the top 5 is, again, these are just my opinions. So far, if you stuck with me here, this is a little bit of a weird list, but maybe you'll get kind of an understanding of what I'm vibing on a little here. So number 5, admittedly came out on another console, but to me, when it came to the Switch and they did their special version of it, is when it was no, dude, this is the version to get. And that is Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition. I will probably not remember that title, so yeah, that's a long one. This is one of the best RPGs I have ever played in my entire life. The Dragon Quest series is so damn legendary in Japan, and now I feel with this game we're finally kind of getting Dragon Quest a little over in the US and other places overseas, and this game is just, from start to finish, absolutely incredible, okay? And I've seen also now the PS4 has this version, but they're almost the same. So, I don't know, get on the Switch, I feel maybe. The party members in this game are super memorable. I love them. My favorite one, believe it or not, is Veronica. That's going to probably shock some people. the worlds, the monsters, the iconic monsters, the beautiful score. The definitive edition, you get the orchestrated music. You also can do like a 2D to 3D mode. I didn't really mess with the 2D mode that much, but some people love it. I stuck with the 3D. I thought it was a very good looking game. You have like the turn-based combat, but there's a little bit of action going on. An amazingly heartfelt story. Great story. The Luminary. Oh my god, man. And not only that, yo, like when you beat this game, and it's a long game, there's like an after game to get the true ending, and that it's just like, bro, this game goes, dude. This game goes hard. So this is like 100 to 100, I don't know, 20-hour game, 110-hour game. Incredible game. Must own on the Switch, I feel like, personally. Just, masterpiece. Pick it up. Support Dragon Quest. And hopefully Dragon Quest 12 delivers, because this is, I don't know, man. This is going to be a tough one to top. I still got to play some of the other Dragon Quests. Number 4, I had a little bit of a debate which one I was going to pick, but I have to go with like the quality and yes, the nostalgia and just how I feel about it. And that is Metroid Prime Remastered. I mean, what hasn't been said about this? The fact that they brought Metroid Prime back is incredible. And now we're getting Metroid Prime 4 finally after 7 or so years or whatever it's been, and it looks amazing. This game comes out and it is absolutely incredible head to toe. It runs great, it looks great, they cleaned it up, they polished it, and it's still just a badass game. I will not lie to you, it's a Metroid game, so there's a lot of backtracking. It doesn't hold your hand a lot, but like it is a fun game. It can be pretty challenging, I will not lie. But this game, to me, it nails everything. The aesthetics, the gameplay, the combat, the music, the atmosphere, the different planets. I mean, holy man, Ridley, all of these different enemies, Mother Brain, all these different things. This game it's just amazing, man. Metroid Prime is one of the best games I think that Nintendo's ever put out, or I should say Retro Studios, right? But in any case, yeah, this is like a peak, man. Play this game, you must play this. The fact that I got a physical copy is remarkable. I remember when it came out, everybody was fighting over it and they had to make more of them. It was a whole fuss. I had to wait a couple weeks to get my copy when I pre-ordered it. But yeah, hopefully we get Prime 2 and 3 remastered. Will they be on this level? I don't know. But to me, I'm sorry, like I liked Metroid Dread, great game, and I'm throwing it out there too. Honorable mentions if I can find it. Here it is. I'm wrecking my collection. Metroid Dread's a very good game, but I'm sorry, pick up Prime Remastered. I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. So yeah, Metroid Prime Remastered, check it out. So, we're finally at the top 3. You might expect one of them. The other 2, I don't know yet. I'm probably going to get some flack for this, but these are just my opinions again. I don't want anybody yelling at me in the comment section. So, here we go. Here are the top 3 that I think that you should own for your Nintendo Switch, okay? So, number 3 is a game that I've put over a lot on this channel, and I will fight for it, and I will defend it, and I'm just going to say this is an incredible game, and that is Pikmin 4. I am telling you guys, I'm no lies, Pikmin 4, excellent game. It's just, to me, this is like, have now become like a must-own game on this console. I really believe it's hit every mark that it needed to hit. It's got something for hardcore audiences, it's got something for casuals and newcomers. It's got the Ochi, the dog that's basically hand-holding. You got your character. You two are constantly upgrading each other's abilities. You have all these different areas to explore that are just some of the best looking things on the Nintendo Switch console. There's tons of Pikmin to use and fight enemies and collect different treasures and solve puzzles and rebuild the ship and save the crew. I mean, this game just nails it. I really think people need to play this. If you could get it on a sale, check it out. I think Pikmin 4 is going to be a game that you're going to hear about in the next 10 years. I really think that this one made me feel like Pikmin could be like a big series for them. Not like huge, alright? Don't take my words out of context here, folks. But I'm just saying, I feel like it could be like a nice middle tier franchise for them now. So, Pikmin 4, must own on the Nintendo Switch. In my opinion, of course. Number 2 on this list is a game that I don't think anybody's going to expect. So, I'm going to give you the context of it. when I bought this game, I was going through a lot of stuff. I was going to pick it up, but I decided not to, and then I got it a little after it came out, and I was just so strangely touched by the game, and I was so impressed with it, and it really opened my eyes to like what the future of like Nintendo could be. And I don't know, I felt like I got like red pilled or something. So in any case, my number 2 must own on the Nintendo Switch game, on Nintendo Switch console, excuse me, is Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So I love the Xenoblade series. I haven't really talked much about them on here yet. I love the Xenoblade series a lot. I really got into it recently, a couple of years ago. And I don't know what it is about Xenoblade Chronicles 3, but everything about it just hit me. It hit me like a truck. You know, it's a very sad, deep story about kind of like the conflicts of war, and like these two nations or armies, groups of people are fighting each other, and there's all these different things going on in the world, and how does that affect the world? And then some third-party man shows up and stops them from fighting and kind of opens their eyes to like what's really going on. And then suddenly they become enemy number 1, right? So they have to group together. They got to put aside their differences, and they got to kind of get to it, right? And that's the plot of the game, is like, okay, what is our purpose in this world? How do we stop all this? And they're learning about themselves. Every single one of these characters in this game is incredible. By the end of this game, you're rooting for every single one of these dudes. You want them to succeed. You literally will cheer when something great happens. You'll feel like garbage when something bad happens. The map in this game, the world in this game is absolutely fantastic. Monolith Soft is one of the best developers at Nintendo. Might be one of the best devs on the planet, in my opinion. They, for me, have set the bar very high. If you go and look at their track record, they've helped all of these major teams out. Zelda, I think Animal Crossing, they've helped all these games out. To see what they're going to do in the future is insane to me. And these guys have been working together for years. So you really get to see the polish, you really get to see what excellent game design looks like. Yeah, there's a lot of menus, I won't lie to you about that. There's probably some stuff in this that you're not going to like, but it is a fantastic game. Somehow they've made a gigantic party system work. There's mecha forms, there's like 20 or 30 different classes that you can unlock, different party members that come and help you sometimes. There is so much depth to this game. You will put 20 hours, 30 hours in and still unlock stuff. Like, it is unheard of. And by the time you get to the end of this game, you're like, what the F is going on? And you don't care because you love it. By the end of this game, I'm not ashamed to say it, yo, I cried. I bawled my eyes out at the end of this game. Please, if there's any RPG that you need to play Xenoblade Chronicles 3. You don't really need to know every single thing about the series. I think there's recaps. You can probably look online. But for realsies, I think as a standalone title, this game is head and shoulders above some of the other RPGs. So Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I also want to say on a side note, I fought myself to not... I really wanted to put Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition on there because it's the starting one. Great game. Admittedly, I'm still working on 2. 2's a game, and then I have Torna, so I don't want anybody yelling at me in the comments, why don't you own Torna? I have it. I paid out the butt for it. So in any case, yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, incredible game. Check it out. That's my number 2. Okay, let's rock. Oh, also, before I forget, the not a plug, the Noah and Mio amiibos are really nice. Just saying. And my number 1 must-own game on the Nintendo Switch, isn't it obvious? Hello? Look around you. It's obvious, right? Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Hello? No-brainer, guys. If you've been following me for years, you knew this was coming. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Oh my god. What do you even say about this game, dude? Over 70 characters, 100 stages, DLC characters, bunch of stuff to do online. This is like literally video games the video game. This is a tribute, a love letter to video games, everything about it. Masahiro Sakurai is big brain. It's him, it's people from Bandai Namco. This game is incredible. It is just remarkable how much they were able to stuff into this one game and then continue to support it and still put out like amiibos and things. It's just craziness. This to me is like the ultimate you need to own this game. This was the one that I actually was like, all right, I have to put this on the list because anybody from any age, any skill level can pick this up and goof off and have a great time. I mean, literally, you could be Mario and you could fight Mega Man and you could fight Cloud Strife or Sora or I don't know, that dude from Tekken or Terry Bogard, Banjo-Kazooie. Oh my goodness, Ridley, like King K. Rool, like these characters are legends, man. Everybody's in this game now. It's crazy. Kind of surprised we didn't get Doom Guy though. Doom Slayer? I don't know. Anyways, so this game is a must. Admittedly, I am not really playing as much of it as I used to, but man, anytime a Super Smash Brothers comes out, for me it's an event. I'll go to a midnight, I'll do whatever. I did a midnight for this one, and I'll go and pick it up and talk to people, and I always just have so much fun around these games and the speculation and the videos, the love and the craft that they have put into these games, to the characters. It's just unbelievable. Now, I know we could argue about the online infrastructures or the balances, and I'm not getting into that stuff. I totally get it. But you got to admit, when you look at a game like this, people are going to be talking about this game for a long time. I could see them re-releasing this game with more stuff. I don't even know how you top this. Like, how do you have to reduce to 20 characters? Like, what do you do? There's so much content in this one game. So yeah, I think this one's got the most bang for your buck. You'll get a ton of time into it, tons of great characters to unlock, some cool modes. I do miss the adventure and story mode stuff, but other than that, still fun time. Go online, beat the crap out of someone, get the crap beaten out of you. And yeah, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is just a must-own. So before I end this video, I just wanted to give a few honorable mentions because I'm super indecisive and I have a hard time making lists like this sometimes. I've talked about it to death, so I'm just going to keep this one brief, but Pikmin 1 and 2, I really, again, I think for preservation reasons and because they're great games and you're getting a great deal for the both of them, Pikmin 1 and 2, I think is a game you should really check out and own. Check it out before it's too late. I don't know how big that print run's going to be. And then I was really fighting myself a lot with this one because I'm sitting there and I'm like, how am I supposed to make a Switch list and not talk about my love for Mega Man? So I really just want to say, Mega Man you can get on any console, but Mega Man, it feels right on a Nintendo console, am I right? So yeah, Mega Man, the Mega Man collections, I have the original, I have X, and I have 11. I really want to get the Battle Network one. But yeah, the Mega Man's, Mega Man, you gotta show some love to Mega Man. It always, Mega Man 11, what were your thoughts on this? Anyways, so that's about it. No Snack World, we're not doing Snack World. And that is it. That is my top 10 must-own Nintendo Switch titles. That was not an easy list to make. I'm sure people are going to have thoughts and feelings, but tell me down below, what do you think? Do you agree with any of my picks? Do you disagree? I'm just going by what I like and what I really think you out there might enjoy and really should own for this thing. You know, I know the Switch 2's coming around the corner, so it was time to make this list. And yeah, I don't know. It's just something I've been wanting to do for a while. So thank you guys so much for watching and letting me ramble and whatnot. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, ring the bell, do what you gotta do. I appreciate it so much. We're very, very close again to 600 subs, and I'm gonna keep going. I want to do some specials and all kinds of fun stuff going forward. So yeah, that's going to happen at some point. So thanks, guys. Peace out and enjoy. Play some games, pick up some stuff, and, you know, enjoy the Switch while you got it, baby. Woo! Nintendo Switch game!